Hey everyone, First T here. Thanks for checking out this YouTube channel.
We'd like to welcome Harris English to the interview room. Harris, congratulations on your win. You're now the champion of the Century Tournament of Champions. Talk to us about your emotion on this win.
Yeah, pretty incredible. I obviously put myself in pretty good position all week, and I just know you don't get that many chances like that to convert, and you got to do it. It's really hard to win out here on tour. I knew coming in today, yeah, the wind was up a little bit, but I definitely could see somebody shooting 7, 8, 9 under today, and Waco did that and chased us down, and he played an incredible round of golf. I mean, I felt like the wind was up pretty good, and it was tricky out there. And but coming down 18, I knew I needed to make birdie and hit a really good 3-iron, and thought I was going to close it out during regulation, and barely missed the putt, but hit a good putt, and knew I was putting well all week. I was hitting the ball well all week, and just keep doing what I'm doing. And had a great 2-putt on the playoff, and obviously I was pretty nervous over that putt, but it broke a little left, so I just played it inside right and hitting it firm, and here I am. But it feels amazing over all the hard work that has gone into this, all the highs and lows of golf that it brings over a career, and I feel like I've gotten out of my valley and getting back to the tournaments and some of the quality of golf that I know I can play, and it feels great to have some validation out there on the golf course.
Can you tell us what club you hit on 13?
13 was an 8-iron. The wind was really whipping in our face, and I think I had 141 yards, so I just hit a little easy 8-iron, taking probably 10 yards off of it. My full 8-iron goes about 170, so I was probably trying to hit it about 160, thinking the wind was going to hit it probably 15 or 20 yards, and it did. And it looked like it was pretty close to going in, but anytime you can get little tap-ins like that for birdie out here, you got to take them.
Okay, we'll start opening it up to questions. We'll start with Doug first and Associated Press.
Dougie Fresh.
Good to see you. I'm asking the questions here. Nice going, Aaron.
Thanks, Doug.
Just wanted to, it must have been fun to be nervous again, but I wonder if you could just talk about how you felt in your tummy and your head coming down the stretch. Were you surprised at all if you felt calm enough to, overcome a missed chance at 18 and keep playing strong, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I was not very happy after number 16. That was a pretty good birdie opportunity, and felt like I hit a decent shot. I pulled it a little bit. I mean, I had an upslope, and you kind of tend to do that when you're on an upslope like that. But I didn't think I could hit that club over the green, and that's a pretty bad bogey at that time. I wouldn't say it was nerves at all. It was just a bad shot. But I knew I was playing really well. I played really well on the back nine to get myself back in the tournament. I knew Waco and Justin were making a run, and I needed to do something. And I love being in those situations. I mean, I love, even when I was a kid, love having the ball when the clock's running out in basketball. Like I love those situations, and I kind of crave getting back into that. I hadn't had it in a long time. I had a little bit at the QB shootout playing with Kuchar. I mean, even though it was much smaller scale than this, I mean, you're still feeling nervous, and you still have to hit some quality golf shots down the stretch. And I feel like that kind of got me over the hump of finally getting a win like that, and knowing I can do it under the gun, and hit an incredible 3-iron coming into 18. I kind of learned from my shot yesterday that I pulled a little bit coming into yesterday, so I aimed a little further right and kind of let the wind take it right to left and hit. I mean, couldn't have hit any better than I did coming down the stretch on 18 in regulation, and hit a good putt. I knew I was putting good all week. You just got to lean on it. You got to have confidence in yourself.
Thank you. What'd you hit? Just curious, on the second on 18 in the playoff. What club was that?
3-iron again. I hit it both regulation and playoff. Playoff, I was about 5 yards further in than I was in regulation.
Thanks, Harry.
Yep.
Next, we'll have Steve DeMeglio, USA Today.
Harris, what were you feeling like as you went to the 11th tee I think at that time you were even par, and everybody else was just moving all about you. What was your emotions like at 11?
Yeah, I knew I needed to make a run. That back nine lends itself to some birdies. You have I wouldn't say 11 is necessarily a birdie hole, but I hit a really good shot in there, and 12 is a birdie hole, having a wedge in there. 13, if you hit some good shots, can be a birdie hole. Then 14, 15, I knew you could get on a run on the back nine. I'd kind of been telling myself all week, you got to stay patient out here, and the wind was tricky. I mean, it was tough to get in there close. Even on putts, normal 8-footer, you have to play the wind out there. But I felt good. As I said earlier, I love being in those situations. I knew I needed to get it rolling, and that putt on 11 kind of opened the floodgates of then I could start seeing everything go in, and you get some momentum, and you can do anything.
And in the last couple of years of your struggles, what kept you confident that you could return to this place again?
Yeah, it's just kind of the team around me at Sea Island with obviously my agent kind of heading things up, but Justin Parsons has been an unbelievable help at home, getting me back on track. Even the gym work with Tom Hemmings, it's kind of a whole package that I've gotten a lot better about. Consistency wise, of when I go back home, I'm practicing a good bit. I'm working on my stuff. I'm working out. Trying to do stuff in the gym that helps my faults in my swing. My coach and my trainer are talking a lot, and they're friends, and everybody's helping me out, and everybody's keeping me on track. And it's been an incredible journey thus far. I mean, I've kind of had the whole team in place for probably a year and a half or 2 years, and the results started really coming, and you just got to let it go. I mean, my coach is kind of a little bit of a sports psychologist as well, of keeping me on track, and we kind of break down the days just like a football game. 4 quarters, play your quarter really well, do all I can do that day, and move on to the next. And I feel like I did a great job of that this week. I've the past few months had some struggles on Saturday, but I overcame that this week, and I knew I had to come out and play really well, and I did that, and it's been an awesome ride.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Steve.
Brian Wacker, Golf Digest.
Hey, Harris, congrats.
Appreciate it.
Just a quick question. You mentioned the valleys before. Just curious, what was the lowest point maybe for you the last 7 years, and how often did you kind of find yourself questioning that you'd get back to this point?
Well, I'd say probably the most disappointed I was playing the Korn Ferry Finals up at Victoria National, and I had it in my hands of getting my card back, and I don't know what happened on the last 3 or 4 holes. I didn't do it, and that was very shocking to me. It hadn't happened a whole lot in my career where I had opportunities like that, and I just let them slip away. So that was tough, but I worked with my coach the next week, and he was telling me how good I was playing and the opportunities I have coming up, and he kind of flipped the script of I could sit there and feel sorry for myself, or I could say, hey, I'm playing really good golf. I know I didn't keep my card, but here are the opportunities I have coming up, and I got to seize them. And he kind of helped me do that, helped me flip the script of being confident and being positive. I feel like they've helped me a lot with that. So it's kind of come full circle of I feel like I know a lot more about how I should practice, how I should play, how I should train more now than I did when I was younger. I mean, everybody says the more experience you have, the better, and I feel like I'm way more of an experienced player now than I was when I was a kid, and understand how much work it takes out here to compete week in and week out, and just being a true professional. And I feel like I've done a better job of that, and the results have paid off.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Ben Averill, PGA Tour.
Hey, mate.
Ben?
Good job out there. Look, you're not the only one who's broken a pretty significant wind drought this season. Any reason why you think that is? that a few guys have been 6-7 years without wins and got it done?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, you definitely have some inspiration out here from guys. I like seeing my friends win, and it helps propel me of, hey, if they can do it again, I can do it. I think we all, especially the Sea Island guys, we all play a lot together, practice a lot together, and we each push each other to play better. I don't know, you kind of, this game, it's hard to sustain great play for a long time. I've realized that, and it's easy to fall down the rabbit hole of trying to search to get better. I mean, because every week you play with somebody that you might think does this better, does that better, but you are who you are, and you can get better at what you do, and that's what I've learned of not to go up and down the range of saying I need to be like Dustin or Justin Thomas or Xander Schauffele. I need to be the best version of myself and do the things I do well and always work at it. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better at doing that, and my coach back home has really kept me on track.
Right, now I'm guessing you're pretty happy with the change of eligibility for this tournament this year.
Obviously, yes. I mean, I saw that. I think they came out with that change right when we came back to play at Colonial. And year after year, my goal is to make the Tour Championship. Obviously, getting back to East Lake, I went to school in Athens. Love staying in Atlanta. But that was just icing on the cake of getting back to the Tournament of Champions. And I kind of felt lucky to be here. I said I would say I deserve to be here. Some other guys got in as well, playing in the Tour Championship, but I hadn't been here in a long time. I love this place, and happy to say that I get to come back again next year.
Cheers, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. Next up is Adam Shupak with Golf Week.
Oh, sorry.
Doug.
Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there with Doug, but Harris, what were your goals coming into this year, and how does getting this victory so early change them?
Yeah, I mean, my goal really this year is to play on the Ryder Cup team. Steve Stricker is one of my favorite people out here on tour, and I feel like that's something I haven't done yet. I loved playing college golf. I love playing with a team like that, and playing in that QBE shootout is a lot of fun for me of getting to share that experience with somebody else, and team golf is so much fun, and that's something I haven't achieved yet in golf, and been out here for 10 years, and that's kind of the pinnacle of our sport is playing for your country in either the President's Cup or the Ryder Cup, and I'd love to play for Strick, just to have a different experience. I mean, you play against these guys on PGA Tour every year, but I've heard the Ryder Cup is such a fun experience, and I want to be a part of it. Obviously, winning, getting back in the winner's circle was a goal, and but I didn't want to force it. I mean, I know how hard it is to win out here on the PGA Tour, and I knew that if I kept giving myself opportunities to pull it off, that I could do it. I love being in that situation, coming down the last 9 holes and knowing what you have to do. I love having that, and it was a lot of fun today. The shot I hit in 18 was awesome. I can really feed off that for years to come, and being able to do stuff like that when you're under the gun is so much fun to do. So fulfilling.
Of the 4 majors, which do you think your game's most geared best for?
I would say I haven't played Kiowa yet, but I really love the Open Championship. I love that style of golf. I love it playing hard. I mean, I love being in the moment, or had a chance to win the U.S. Open. I felt like until Bryson ran away with it. I feel like those types of setups really helped me out. I mean, shooting, I don't even know what I shot this week, 25 under is not normal for me to go on birdie fest like that. I love it playing hard where a couple under is a good round. So I would say U.S. Open. I love Torrey Pines. I haven't played Royal St. George's, but I'm excited to get back over there. Excited to play Kiowa, and then obviously kind of the backyard in Augusta. I mean, that's the one I've probably wanted to win the most since I was a kid. I need to get up there for some more practice rounds to learn from some guys. Hopefully play with some veterans during some practice rounds and learn all I can, because I think the more experience you have at Augusta, the better off you are.
Thanks, Harris. Congratulations.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Adam. And Harris will have one more question from Doug Ferguson.
Sorry about Harry. The
bring it,
Browns
Doug.
scored. I overreacted.
How are they winning?
Yeah, they're up 28-0.
Whoa.
Sorry about that. It reminds me a little bit of Hal Sutton. Now, your slump wasn't, or your bad play was not nearly as deep as his. But I remember when Hal came back from it, there was part of him that just wanted to make sure he stayed on such a straight and narrow path to make sure that he didn't fall into what got him in a bad spot in the first place. If you think back to your start in 13, what happened and where you are now, how much of you is determined to go forward?
Yeah, I'm not satisfied. I'm still not satisfied with where I'm at in the game. There's still a lot more that I want to accomplish. And to your point, yeah, I mean, I feel the same way that Hal does. That hopefully this is just the tip of the iceberg of me getting better and better, and hopefully having a chance to win a lot more tournaments. And really since COVID, I felt like you could use COVID, the quarantine period where we didn't play golf for 8 weeks, of you can either hang out and relax, or you can use that time to get better and work on your game and work on your body. And I feel like I worked really hard during that time period and came out playing some really good golf and kind of kept rolling. I feel like when I go home, I don't really like sitting around. I love trying to get better, because I know there's guys out here that work just as hard or harder than I do at this game, and those are the guys that I want to compete with. Those are the guys that I want to beat out here on tour. So I feel like every time I'm at home not working on something, I'm getting worse. So I love the grind of the game. I love figuring out the game, and I love trying to get better.
And I have to ask you, from a personality standpoint, as a guy who spent his entire life not getting bothered by pretty much anything, what were you like during some of those, that like 2-year lull, the 2-year bad stretch? Were you okay to be around it?
I would say one bad shot would unravel me, because you get to a point where you're trying to get over the hump, you're trying to get on the other side of your lull, and one bad shot is like, here we go again. Here I'm back in the same spot. I'm not getting any better. But it's really tough to get out of it. It takes a while. It's a slow process of building up your confidence at home, playing with your buddies, playing money games back at Sea Island, to then putting it in play on the PGA Tour. And once you start stacking up rounds, stacking up pressure-packed shots, I think the confidence comes quickly, and it's been there for a long time, and I finally made it over the hump of doing it and finally getting a win out here on tour.
Do we have Spanish people on the line? Oh, never mind. Harris, thank you.
Thanks.
See you next week.
Thanks, Doug.
Congratulations once again, Harris English. What are your thoughts on the 2021 PGA Tournament of Champions? Let me know in the comments section below, and please click on the thumbs up icon if you liked this video. Subscribing to this YouTube channel and sharing the video also helps, and don't forget to click on the notification button for this channel so you won't miss the next First 2T video.